Yo, what is up everybody? I've got 2 videos coming out in the next few days. I'm getting ready to head to Macon, Georgia to spend a couple days with some really good friends. Nathan and I are actually gonna hit the lake, so hopefully have some really good fishing vlog footage for you guys next week. But first, in this video, I got some new gear in this week, so I'm going to do an unboxing, tell you why I got what I got, and then at the end of the video, I'm gonna rig my new rod and reel up, spoilers, and show you guys how I do that and the videos that I watched that are teaching me how to do that. I'm going to be putting braid on for the first time, and apparently you have to do a backing. I've never done anything like that before, so this is all going to be new to me. However, I just got home from substitute teaching, so I'm going to change real quick, and then we'll get into the unboxing, and then I'm going to have to actually rig everything up tomorrow, so this video is going to have to be filmed in a couple different sections because I gotta get to a soccer game by 5:30, which is in like an hour, and I gotta get a live stream in over at twitch.tv/BrexLive. We're gonna be playing Fortnite tonight. Can't wait. So let me get changed and we'll get to the unboxing. Going to a soccer game tonight. It's gonna be freezing cold, but I had to put on all the Berkeley gear that I've got, and let me grab all my stuff, go downstairs. I left my big tripod in my office, so I'm gonna film everything with the GorillaPod, but here we go. Yo guys, this is my first unboxing since my Final Mouse video and review, which I enjoy doing stuff like this, but I'm so excited to show you guys what I got in the mail this week, the stuff that I'm about to rig up and actually use on a trip to visit my buddy and go fishing this weekend. We're gonna start with my Shop Karl's box. It's not a mystery tackle box, but I do wanna subscribe to that as soon as possible. Also, you get a free month of Karl's Club, and then it's only $50 a year, so I spend that a month in tackle anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and stick with Karl's Club for a year. You just save a ton of money on everything on their website. I'm not sponsored, I don't have a discount code or anything like that, but it is a cool website. All the big guys are pushing it, I totally dig it. So let's start with my Shop Karl's box. So all of their boxes have the ruler in it, which is super cool. I won't be taking it with me, but it's just a neat little thing. It's the small things, it's the little details that matter. The main reason I placed this order is because I needed some braided line to go on my new reel. I gotta actually look up how to rig the reel with braided line because apparently there's some special things that you need to do. I wanted to get the Guggen Squad line, but everything is sold out except for like 65 pounds. This is just 10 pounds, 150 yards. I figured like this would be a really good place to start for me, just getting into the braided line game. It sounded like I said braided lime, but I said line. Also, my friend Garrett, or Bird, whatever, he goes by on YouTube, goes by something different on Twitch. I know him, he's a good friend of a good friend. We're gonna be fishing a couple kayak tournaments together over the next few months. Recommended picking up some white bandito bugs for the spawn, so I just picked these up. I mean, on Karl's Club, they were like $4. And lastly, I really wanted this, but it's just, you can't really tell it's in the packaging, but it's the Guggen Squad Neko. It was only $9, and I love these little things. But it is way too hot in this house right now. Before I show you the rod I got, the reel I decided to go with was the Shimano SLX XT. It's the 150 HG, which means it's the 7:1 or 7:2 gear ratio and the right hand retrieve. I'm right-handed, I like to cast and then use my right hand to reel it in as well. It didn't come in a really cool box. It just came, actually, ordered this bad boy from Amazon because I needed to get here like stat. So it just came in an Amazon bag. Got some instructions, got some lube, and we have the reel itself. Now, a lot of guys are using the Shimano reels. This isn't the top of the line one that's like $190 to $200. I didn't think it was time for me to jump in that deep yet, but this one was right around $100. But I think it's gonna look really good on sitting on our rod as well. It's not about the looks, it's about the functionality. But man, I'm really excited. This is my first reel I've ever bought that's not one that just came on a combo. So I'm really excited to finally have a super nice reel. And now for the rod. This giant tube obviously has Favorite Fishing written all over it. That's the company that I decided to go with, and I know they've been taking a lot of heat in the creator community because of how their affiliate codes work, but I'll show you what I got and why I got it. Hey, what's up?
Hey, John.
Trying to shoot as much of this video as I can before I gotta leave.
Well, do you want to just call me back before you leave, and you can grab what I need?
Yeah, that works. Where are you going now?
I don't know. I'm just close to work, so I can not sit there any longer.
Okay.
So, should I just go to the pool, or?
Do what? I mean, I guess. I'll probably be leaving here in the next 20 minutes. Alright, love you. Do you have any cash?
No, I guess I can find a good time.
Okay. I'll leave here in about 20 minutes.
Should I feel like 20 out, or?
That should be plenty, yeah. Alright, love you.
Love you, man.
Bye. Y'all, this is my first rod that's nicer than just a $50 combo or $100 combo that I got at a sporting goods store. But I got the Favorite Fishing, it's the Defender. It's a 7.3 and it's the Lunkers TV edition. There's not a whole lot of these left, and I'm a big fan of Lunkers and his channel, and I know that the whole thing with Favorite has been in some hot water, but I really like the Defender rod and the way it looks. It obviously has a ton of really good reviews, and if I can get the Lunkers edition, I probably want to pick up some more of the original Defenders because I like the way they look as well. But of everything that I've heard, people are upset about Favorite with the affiliate links. Nobody's upset with the quality of rod. Nobody's upset with the company as a whole. So I am really excited to have this rod and a nice reel, and I can't wait to use it this weekend. So I'm gonna put my reel on the rod. I can't rig it up right now because I literally need to be leaving in the next 10 minutes, but I'm super excited to have this. I don't know if you can tell. This is my first super nice rod that I've ever had. And I love that it came with a rod sock because I'm sitting here thinking I need to go get a couple rod socks before I travel out of town with my stuff, but it comes with one, so that's cool. So we just unscrew the handle right here. It'll go up. We'll seat this back down in here like this, and then we'll screw the top down over the handle just like this, and we'll squeeze that down in place. This is a super simple process. I didn't even have to watch a video on how to put the reel on there. It's also a 7.3, which is the longest rod I've ever had. If you got the 7.2, it was a 2-piece, and I really wanted a 1-piece rod. Oh, a couple highlights. It says, it's got the Lunkers TV logo right here, but on the back it says, defend what's right. You know, it's got the American flag accents on it. It just looks super sick. I hope I catch a fish on it this weekend. That'd be the best. I'm like a kid on Christmas. I just want to play with it right now. I want to get it rigged up, ready to go, and I'm going to record that process tomorrow morning after I watch a few videos learning how to tie braid onto the reel. But tonight, I've got to get to a soccer game. I'm running a little bit behind. I also want to say Favorite sent me a couple small logos. They sent me a free bracelet, and I ordered a white vinyl to put on the bumper of my Jeep, right next to my Guggen Squad vinyl sticker that's coming in this weekend. So I'll probably have both of those going on the Jeep in the next video. But I gotta get to the soccer game. I'm running late. I'll see you guys soon. Yo, it's Friday, and I start my Fridays off having coffee? No, Chick-fil-A with my high schoolers, and now I'm actually at my office so that when I finish filming this video, I can edit it, get it uploaded, because this afternoon I'm hitting the road down to Macon, Georgia. So what I'm gonna do now is I've got my new rod, I've got all the tools I need, my line. I'm gonna go into the fellowship hall over there, watch some videos, learn how to spool up this bad boy, do it, record it, teach you guys how I did it. If you have any recommendations, obviously y'all can leave that stuff down in the comment section below. Then I'm gonna go into my office, edit, upload. Actually no, I'm gonna edit, save it, put it on my hard drive, go home and upload it because our upload speed is like 1. It's not good. But here we go, it's Friday, I gotta get this stuff done. I'm not sure the best camera angle to get all this stuff, so I'm gonna try a couple different things and hopefully it works out. But the things that I've got with me to spool is, of course, I've got the braid, but before we can put the braid on, we actually have to put a mono backing on, so just enough, from what I understand, to cover the spool. And then if we wanna do a leader, which I think we do, we're gonna be running a Texas rig this weekend, probably bandito bugs, some worms, things like that. So we'll do the mono backing, we'll go to braid, and then we'll do a mono leader as well. I think to start, I've got on my terminal tackle in this little guy, which I love. I'm just gonna put a swivel on because we'll be traveling, so there won't be a hook. Oh, dropping them all over the place. There won't be a hook because the way we have to ride in the Jeep, the bottom of the rod will be actually next to Amber's feet. I don't want her to get a hook in her leg. Got a pair of braid scissors. These were like $4. So apparently, I don't know if you need these or have to have special scissors to cut braid, but I got them anyway just in case. I'm really just new at putting line on a reel, especially in this scenario, so I'm gonna use everything that I need. I've also got some fingernail clippers. This is what I usually use to clip line with, but I don't know, we'll see. I saw a life hack where someone was actually using rubber bands to keep their line on these little spools. I wish that I had some rubber bands. All right, y'all, what I'm gonna do is start by tying that mono backing onto the reel. It gives the braid something to cinch down into so that it doesn't slip. Now, I've run it through a couple of the eyes on the rod, go through the guide on the reel. Most bait casters have these holes in the spool, so you can just stick your tag in, roll it around one time and pull it out. It makes it super easy. I'm gonna use a little extra line here because I'm new at this. But what you wanna do is tie an arbor knot to attach the line to the reel. So what I'm gonna start by doing is, in my line, I'm gonna tie an overhand knot, just like you're tying your shoe. I feel like I say that with every knot that we tie. And then I'm gonna pull this down like this. And then I'm going to take the line that's coming into my reel. I'm gonna come over the top and loop my tag in around that, just like this. And then you have your line moving freely through it. And then tie another overhand knot onto the original tag end, just like this. It's a little too close actually, so I'm gonna take that out and do this again. Pull this around like this. Because what you want is you want your original overhand knot to cinch down on the new one that we're tying right now. There we go. That way that one pulls through just like that. And now, to cinch it down on itself, you're just gonna pull it and it's gonna come right off your reel just like that. All right, I realized what I was doing wrong, and the second overhand knot that goes around your line going out, you actually need to cinch that down, then pull it down to your reel, and then pull tight, and you'll get those two overhand knots to actually back down on top of each other. So I got it, we're good. Now I'm gonna reel enough on to put a backing on this spool. Okay, I put enough on there to really cover the blue. I don't know if this is too much or not enough. I know it's definitely enough, but it's enough to cover up the blue of the spool most of the way. Now what I've got to do is cut off the mono and attach the mono line to the braid line using a different knot. So 1 second. What I just did off camera, and the reason, two reasons really why I did it off camera. One was because I was learning it, and I probably should do like a knot tying video in the future, like as a beginner learning these things, some things that help me out, just like I did with the arbor knot around the reel. But I'm also doing this on a white table, and my mono is clear, so you can't really see what's going on right there. But I looked up a video on how to tie the double uni knot. And it's important to watch a video all the way through before you start. That way when you're like, I can't get this to cinch down on itself, the video actually explains it. And I'll do a video in the future on these knots and what I'm doing, but you can see that I have my mono coming in to my braid. It's a tight knot. I'm gonna clip these tags off, and then I'm gonna reel the braid onto my reel. Reel it onto my reel? Spool it onto my reel? I don't even know what the right terminology is for this. Now that we're back to the point where we're just gonna put the braid on the reel, one trick I learned off of another video was to actually use a paper towel to hold onto the braid so that if there's anything on it, also you can reel faster without burning yourself. So I'm gonna do that right now. I wanna show you guys how I'm holding my line to actually spool it. I've got two music stands and the end of a ball pump holding my line up so that I can reel it easier onto the reel. I had it between the two music stands and it fell off a couple times, so actually I decided to use a mic stand and use this little Titan thing right here. I just took my spool of line, stuck it on there, perfect. Okay, so the only thing I gotta do now is I'm gonna tie a mono leader onto it. We're gonna be doing a Texas rig, and one thing with braid that I hear is, you know, if you get wrapped around a log or something and you crank down on it, it will eat down into it instead of rolling over. So I'm gonna run the braid all the way through my guides. I'm gonna tie a mono leader on and then tie a swivel on, and we'll be done. I learned a ton of stuff in this video. Number one, how to tie a better arbor knot to secure my line to my reel. A double uni knot to go from the mono backing to the braided line. Then we did the Albright knot to go from the braid to the mono leader. And then of course the Palomar knot, which probably will overkill to put the swivel on, because once we get to where we're going, we're gonna take the swivel off and probably tie on a Texas rig Bandito bug. All in all, it took me probably like an hour to get everything just how I wanted it. And I'm really excited to hit the water with this weekend and get the reel set up, dial it in just the way I want it, learn the reel. It's kind of like camera equipment. Once I started to kind of learn how autofocus worked and I started to be able to make better quality videos, I'm really excited to dial in and learn how to use a nice reel and get it to where I want it. Once again, it would have been so hard to capture tying these knots on video just because I'm doing it on a white table with clear mono. But I will do a video in the future. Somebody's already left a comment on one of my last videos about doing a knot video, and every time I say things on videos like, you guys can look up a video on how to do these knots, my friend Jay says, dude, just do it in your video. People are watching your videos. You need to teach them how to do it. So that video will be coming soon. I'll show you all the knots that I know and some things that I've learned as a beginner that has helped me with the knots. The number one tip is to leave yourself more line than you think you're gonna know. All right, y'all, that is gonna conclude my unboxing and setup video of my new gear. I got the Favorite Rods Lunkers TV edition of the Defender rod. It's a 7.3 along with the Shimano SLX XT rod. Put braid on there. Hopefully did everything right. I'm pretty sure I did. If I did not, let me know in the comments down below. If you haven't already, hit subscribe. It helps this community out a lot. We're trying to grow. We're sitting right around 230 subscribers, gaining a few off of every video. Let's keep this thing rolling. And as always, if you want to know the gear that I'm using in this video, I post it down below. If you click that link and order anything from Amazon, I will get a small kickback. Every little bit helps. I hope you guys have a great week. I'll have another video coming up for you guys in just a few days. We're going to be vlogging this weekend's trip down to Macon, Georgia. Me and my boy Nathan are going to hit the water. and see if we can't catch any fish. I know it's gonna be a good time hanging out with those guys. Either way, I'll see you guys very soon.